Alright, well, we're just gonna start recording while I do this, Jake, and it makes me sound like I'm drunk. Do I sound like I'm drunk?
You look like you're drunk. That beard makes you look drunk.
What's wrong with my beard?
You look handsome. Don't overthink it.
Okay, and so you're threatened by my handsomeness?
I am. You're beating me on the reviews. You're putting in work.
Yeah, I can't listen to that. No, it's just me and you. It's
just me and you, buddy.
It's just me and you.
How do you feel being down in the basement alone with me?
I'm okay. I mean, I think I could get away from you if I had to.
Yeah?
I do.
In what way?
Like if you were coming at me, I think I could get out of this room.
You're agile?
Yeah, like in that professional tag.
I thought you meant if I were forced me to get a hold of you that you could break free. Well, you know who has a stronger grip.
Yeah, you have a stronger grip, but I think I could break your lock. I don't think.
Let it be noted, you denied entering in a jiu-jitsu tournament by me, which would have been fully paid for, and your family would have been there to support.
I don't know.
You don't know what? Are we rolling now?
We're rolling, I think.
I got Call of Duty.
Huh?
I got Call of Duty I can be playing.
Dude, we could have just postponed this. Zach's not here. Zach's still drunk from last night because he's
married. Zach, how you doing, buddy? We don't have Zach today.
Spent a lot of time with Emily last night.
He's getting married.
No, he's not. I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, you know something I know.
I don't want to talk about it.
Zach doesn't listen. Nobody listens. What do we got, 7 listeners? How are analytics looking?
Emily doesn't listen, but apparently the pastor at church that I talked to today has listened a little bit.
Talking about the head pastor. He's very good at speaking.
No, this is a pastor who's a member of our church, but he is a teaching pastor at the seminary.
Yeah.
So he's worked
for
in
a little bit, which means, hey.
What's that?
So he listened for a little bit, which means, hey, it didn't arouse my amusal. He wasn't entertained.
No, I think he was. Like he did. I think he gave some critiques mainly on my presentation of the gospel and how I deal with you.
How you deal with me?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're.
Oh, am I insolent? Do I need to be put in place?
No, not at all. He just said that he thinks I focus too much on God, or I need to focus less on God, and just talk about Jesus. And
people.
They are.
But here's the thing: God isn't ideal, but as in Jesus, people say they saw his corporeal form. So you could say that you need to focus less on God and more on Jesus, because Jesus, as the Bible says, is a real person. Whereas Jesus is the reincarnation of
history says Jesus is a real person.
Why should I trust a historian? They lied to me before.
About what? What did they lie to you about?
See, I'm too stupid to be able to check you on that because I never read history books. But imagine in 50 years or 100 years, what is going to be lied about how COVID was handled, like when we lived through it, and what is going to be written in the history books. That's the only thing that I can account for when I say history will be flawed as it is written about what we were probably taught in grade schools going through history books.
So you are using COVID, and you
that's
think
the only thing I can.
You don't think that they're going to write an accurate. No.
I mean, did they about the body counts? I mean, if you died with COVID, you died because of it, but you didn't die because of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so numbers and things can be skewed. It could be maybe potentially written as it was almost our extinction event, and that was way worse than it actually was. And yeah, I should study more, because if I were to say things like that history has been subjugated on us on a platter that we should just believe and take it at face value, then why should we?
So you just don't want to trust history at all.
We should be able to question history.
Like
the light bulb, Thomas Edison. Didn't he steal that from someone else? But he just took the credit for it? It's Ray Kroc and the McDonald's brothers. When we had McDonald's today for Ray Kroc, but he wasn't the one that patented it. Excuse me, he was the one that patented the name, yeah?
Um, Ray Kroc. Yeah, I saw that movie with.
Like the McDonald's, like and all that, like the speedy system and all that, which launched fast food today as we know it, wasn't because of Ray Kroc. It was because of the McDonald brothers. But Ray Kroc was the one that swooped in, and for anyone who didn't do the research or dig art, McDonald's is the McDonald's brothers. It was like Ray Kroc that was the one who brought it to the masses.
He gets the credit for the McDonald's that we know. Is because of Ray Kroc.
We should be thankful for Ray Kroc.
I mean, I suppose I'm thankful for Ray Kroc. I don't know.
When's the last time you had McDonald's?
Man, I don't even know.
When's the last time your kids had McDonald's?
Last time I had McDonald's had to have been the last time I went to Florida. We usually get breakfast burritos whenever we're like doing an overnight drive, and so that's probably like 7 years ago.
Breakfast burritos? You get
Breakfast
McDonald's
burritos.
Breakfast burritos?
Yeah.
What are you clicking over there? What are you doing? Are you audio guy?
I'm trying
Personality?
I'm trying to get everything to be done. I'm trying to work everything out.
Is it recording now?
Yeah, we've been recording. We're good.
So what are you clicking? Are you doing the James?
I'm trying to get the video.
It's okay.
Is yours blue?
It's not blue.
Yours isn't blue? Man.
It's okay, Jay. Zach found a workaround. You were busy.
Is yours blue now?
It's blue now.
It's blue now?
It's blue now. You were busy. You had life. You know, you go as far back in your defense. You had 6 kids. You got important stuff to do. You were an hourly employee.
So what are you talking about?
Oh, when Zach found a workaround for our video and he didn't get around to it.
Oh, yeah, I think it's got something to do with reducing the bandwidth of the like lowering the quality. Mm-hmm. I think that's just what we have to do.
So what's our fix? New webcams, new software? Like what are we doing?
Well, we're going to remove that setting. And we're going to see, there you go. We are going, yeah, so I think we got that probably. There you go. I think you're on, yeah, I think you're, we're going to get your reaction tonight. And then we'll try with someone else. Maybe me. We'll go one at a time. Yeah, you're good. So if you want to, yeah, you're good. You look great.
Oh, I have it in frame. I know what I'm doing. Actor. Yeah, before we get into God's update us on our life. Zach's not here. He quit the podcast. We'll miss him. If he ever wants to come on, we'll invite him on for a guest spot.
Yeah, you're always welcome, Zach.
We hope you get married.
To come back.
We hope you get married.
Emily's really nice. She's from Chicago.
Definitely voted for Kamala Harris.
For sure. I'm saying for sure.
I miss Chicago.
And she's really nice, but I think she's one that I would have problems with.
Oh, you mean you would
we got along great, and I think, but I think if we talked long enough, she's one that would venture to talk about anything and would draw out things that she would be opposed to.
Yeah.
And then anger her.
Oh, you mean she wouldn't be like?
Because I don't think
conciliatory towards your beliefs.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think the tolerance would go both ways.
No, so there's one thing that this whole left and right, red and blue bull crap. There's one thing that people found commonality on and agree with, and that's the CEO getting whacked. Like everyone on the spectrum feels the exact same way.
Thank you for bringing that up.
I mean, I'm not condoning death, but apparently this guy was a piece of work. He apparently his company had the most denied claims of any, and I don't know. People taking matters in their own hands. I don't know if that's good for us or not. I don't know.
No,
because they're embolden other people to do the same. But is that what needs to be done? I mean, or do they just replace the CEO guy with someone else?
Of course they do. It's funny that we talked about that because I brought up, was it last week on Organic Whites with Jeff, which I may have lost the second half of that on the Mac when Matthew spilled water on the computer.
Did he really spill water on it?
Yeah.
Like, unintentionally, or he was just...
No, it was an accident. They brought the computer to the table. Jamie was cutting hair. She had a stressful day. She came up, and the kids, they were there, and he did it, and they got it off, and they dried it off, but it's not working right. It may just be the battery, but we need a new computer anyways, but yeah, it would not power on. So we're working on a Dell that I found at work, and I found out whose it was, and it was a company laptop, and he said, you can keep it, and I was like, okay.
I was here for that. That was like 9 months ago. I remember that.
It was a long time ago. So yeah, this is that computer. So the audio quality is probably going to be not as great.
So wait, if we
and Zach's not here, so...
If we didn't have that computer, we'd be up in Eswood Creek. Schitt's Creek.
Or just up a creek, I think is the same.
But is it actually S-H-I-T or S-C-H-I-T? Like Schitt's Creek, like...
What?
Shit, like S-C-H-I-T-T.
When up a creek, I think that's a saying. Up a creek, up Schitt's Creek.
Yeah.
I don't know, is that a thing?
Yeah, it's a thing. That's white people probably coined it. It's a white person thing. Like
yeah, for sure.
Malarkey out.
For sure, that's white people stuff. There was not a lot of white people.
But I guess what I'm alluding to in saying that is that, hey, you said God appears in the most mysterious random ways. We would not have a podcast tonight if that person didn't leave that laptop and it wasn't here now, and Matthew spilled water.
For sure. Jamie thought I wasn't doing the podcast till I left.
She was elated. She's like, oh, honey, I'm attracted to you now.
You gotta stop. You gotta stop.
Did I read that wrong? What did she
wasn't happy.
She wasn't happy that the podcast ended?
She wasn't happy that...
You found a workaround.
No, I guess last night we were talking to Zach at the party.
You did go to that.
Shout out to Craft Republic for throwing a nice party.
That's where you had a good conversation with Emily. I'm wondering, when did you talk to her? Like, yeah, you went to the party.
Yeah, Jamie talked with her for a long time, and Jamie's not one to talk about fluff. Mm-hmm. She's a pretty deep person, and she'll just start talking about anything and go. She's, but what was I talking? Talking about Zach?
You're not with it today. Is that edible? What's going on?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't have headphones. Yeah.
You need to adapt. You're not adaptable.
I am adaptable.
You're adaptable?
I am adaptable.
All right. So as we go on.
What were we just talking about?
Talking about the party. You getting with Zach? Meeting Emily, and then you said, well, we thought the podcast wasn't happening. I'm sure that conversation happened at the night of the party.
Yes, and Jamie overheard that, me talking to Zach about him not coming to the party.
What happened? Probably.
Oh, did I hear that Zach said he can't do the podcast tomorrow because he's going to be drunk? Isn't it so great that he's drinking? I don't think that's what she said, but maybe in her mind, that was what she was thinking is, oh, Jay gets a week off. And so I think I talked to Zach and I basically told him, oh man, be a man, what, it's 8 o'clock the next day. Like, I get it. I've done that stuff before, but we're just sitting around talking. So anyways, and then today goes on, and then she realized what was going on near dinner time or whatever. And, because we know each other. And so she realized that when I said, are you going to start dinner soon? And she said, we got time. She said, we got time. I'm going to go do some stuff. I was hungry. I was hungry, and I wanted dinner, but so I think she went and did her stuff, and then I didn't get impatient, but I got done with my stuff, came inside, and was going to help. Started making dinner, and I think in her mind she thought, why was he making dinner? And then, so about an hour later, after dinner, she comes out. She said, oh, are you podcasting tonight? I was like, yeah. She said, oh, I thought last night, I thought that you had talked with Zach and decided you weren't going to do that. I was like, oh no, we found a workaround. And
did she say she was proud of you, or she just walk away?
Proud of me?
Yeah.
No, she didn't say she was proud of me.
Because you're a problem fixer. You fix problem fixer. You're a loyal person. We have not missed 1 week, except for the instance that should not be named. We have not missed a week.
The what? The week we shut the podcast down?
You're right, shut it down. We've been consistent. How many podcasts can I say that?
Wait a minute. Didn't we miss a week? Didn't we take a week off?
Ooh.
I thought we took a week off.
Was it? If it was because I think something happened with you, or someone was sick, I've never been sick. I haven't missed one. I don't think it's been Zach either. I think something may have came up with you.
No, I think we recorded.
No, I went to Cancun, but we probably accounted for that, didn't we?
No, I think it was when I went to Holiday World.
Yeah, but
when I took the kids to Holiday World because I was going on a Tuesday.
No, but I think what I meant, like we accounted for because we always.
But we recorded extra for it.
Yeah, we're pretty consistent 1 year in, and we have 7 consistent listeners to show for it.
Yes, I don't know. Maybe we're being shadow banned. I keep hearing about shadow banning.
You know, we do talk about off the wall stuff, and we're transparent, open the majority podcast, and. Dude, AI is a real thing. So on Call of Duty Black Ops, on the Warzone, it's like a mode like how Fortnite is, like the Battle Royale. And so I logged in with the boys, and I said some things that would offend some people, and we got banned immediately. So we're on a 72-hour ban.
We talked about this the last podcast. I asked you that on.
Here's the thing, but I didn't play that mode. I didn't know if that was a real thing or not.
What mode?
Like Warzone. So it's like basically it's Call of Duty. 100 people drop in, you're on squads, and like it's like Battle Royale. You're trying to be like the last team standing.
It's what's it called? It's Fortnite.
Yeah, that.
It's Fortnite. So it's public.
Public, 100 people.
And you're not used to public.
So what happened? What happened is that when someone kills you, you can hear their voice. You can hear their commentary after they kill you. And yeah, someone shouted something out that will not be said on this. And then I shouted something out again. Referring to the white race being dominant, and I guess we got banned for it. It was deemed inappropriate. I'm like,
who's we? You?
Yeah, so like, if you say one inappropriate thing, and you're in the lobby of people who you're associated with, and they all get the ban. And so like, I didn't know that we got muted at all. I just thought everyone was being quiet. And a guy by the gamer tag of It's Club is like, thanks, Jake, you got us banned for 72 hours. I'm like, good. People are soft nowadays. But the AI bots are getting wild. Like, imagine if I said, hey, I'm gay and I'm proud. Would I have got banned for that, you know?
No.
Probably not.
I mean, and I'm going to devil's advocate this because I have a feeling that what you said, or was it what you said? Yeah.
I'll say, I just shouted out white power.
Yeah.
Because some black guy was like, yeah, blacks are awesome. And I'm like, white power.
So wait, someone said blacks are awesome?
Along those lines, and there's a black dude like talking crap. Like he said a lot of cuss words. He's like, man, N-word this, N-word that. Like, you know how they talk. Like how the party guy, they get.
That wasn't that kind of party.
And
these were office workers.
Yeah, no, because Colton was like, Jake, you can't say nothing. Wow. And I'm like, we'll see if we can get away with it, and we did not get away with it.
So they were saying the N-word.
Not with the hard R, like, hey, what's the name? You're my guy.
I mean, I get it, but
not like Wu-Tang song.
Right, but you.
And I gave a shout out to the whites, and AI didn't like that. Couldn't program, did not like us.
Do you think it would have allowed you to say crackers?
I'll find out for you in a week.
72 hours?
That's nothing to me. I don't care. I don't talk in the comms anyway.
So they just banned you from the comms?
Yeah, you can still play. It's just you can't. You still can communicate within your party. You just can't talk with anyone else. Which who cares?
Oh, who cares?
Yeah. Well, I think that might be correct. I don't know if you can communicate with. No, because you can just go to if they do that, they did that all the time. They would always ban me, and I'd find a workaround. I would just plug headphones in and switch over to private chat and just invite them. And there's always workarounds. That's not going to stop me from talking crap. America needs more of that.
I do think we need to get into that. I want to talk to somebody about bullying and why bullying is not a bad thing.
said heroes need to rise up.
Yes, because we need bullies, because we need people to stand up to bullies. Bullies are not good, but bullies are natural. And if we remove the natural, then the natural reaction to the natural can't happen.
Yin to yang. Devil to God.
Sure, yeah. I mean, it's the essence of, the biggest trick or the biggest lie the devil ever told was that he never existed or that he didn't exist.
Oh, he exists. I act like the devil sometimes. And I embolden people. Make it feel good. Am I the devil because I'm going to party with some people and I'm going to help them reach a higher state of euphoria?
Maybe.
The devil doesn't make you do something. He offers you the tools to make it easier, though.
Yeah. But I mean, but why? So you're trying to justify. You're accepting the devil. You just want to justify it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's weird logic, but I suppose that's probably how the devil fell out of God's graces. He probably justified whatever he needed to, to do that. So.
Yeah, I think a lot of people see the devil as like a scare tactic.
So, but why would you? But
pits of hell if you
but
disobey.
Why tempt people?
Like you said, why need bullies? Temptation is natural. Maybe it lets us know what the righteous path is. I mean, you say porn is tempting.
See, but I'm saying porn is tempting. But what I'm saying is we don't need to ban bullies. It's not that we need bullies. I'm not advocating anyone be a bully, but we need to allow for bullies to exist. We allow for temptation to exist, but we don't want to be the deliverer. We don't want to be the method that it comes upon someone.
No, I like to tempt people, but I also like to be, it's like an oxymoron. I like to tempt them, but I also like to be the person to help pull them away. Makes no sense. Like I said, it's an oxymoron. I want to be there to help.
Yeah, but you're not always there, I'm sure.
Well, we can't always be.
Well, I know, but then that's really, that's you overstating your capacity.
What do you mean, for good and evil?
Yeah, you're I'm going to put them in this situation, and then I'm going to get them out. But if you put it in there and then you forget about them because of a squirrel.
Well, you attack me for this, and everyone does. Sometimes it's okay to ask for help. And I'm like, why not just handle your own problems? No one else is going to come help you out. They may, but...
So you're saying it's not okay to ask for help? Or for you it isn't?
No, for me, I've always been able to handle my problems. I could do something that no one else can. If you have to rely on someone else, it's like, well, what happens when you can't rely on that person anymore? It's like these people and these little pseudo-intellectuals online, the Andy Elliots and stuff, which I found out he's getting sued out the ass because apparently he's scamming people out of 20 grand to take his courses. Not people, because if you lie on yourself, you get crap done. And you can get it done yourself. You don't got to rely on, a hierarchical figure that, precedes human itself and created civilization, created life in the form of God. And that, hey, if you can't trust man, you can trust God. And,
yeah, but but you think people are using God how?
Well, when man or women failed them. Still to this day, the majority of the people, if not all of them on our podcast, will be brought on as guests, and I'm not attacking them. They've been down the line where it says God gave them a sign, and that they were on the wrong path. Insinuating hey, I'm making all the wrong choices, nothing's going good for me, nothing is going in the right direction, and just, hey, God sent them a whisper or something, and everything's just okay, it's well now.
Yeah, I don't think that's the story that they told. I think that's what you heard, because I think you heard You heard them sharing their sins and their choices that they made, and that's what you focused on. And so you assumed that because of that, they sought out God, and not God sought them out in the middle of that.
Well, so who's more blessed, the person that asks for God and receives God, or the person that doesn't ask for God and gets Him?
Repeat that?
I said, who's more blessed then? Because if God would approach you or give you a sign, you'd be blessed. Like the all-holy one, the all-powerful one. Like, who am I for Him to reach out to me? And I'm asking, well, who's the more blessed individual? The person who prays for God and God answers, or the person who doesn't pray and God gives them a sign that they know they didn't need?
But He did. He did reach out to you.
Who, me?
Yeah.
You said it.
Little old you.
I had fortune cookie. You said Jake. God doesn't talk that way.
No, He did it through Jesus.
You mean through Jesus? What are you talking about?
Through Jesus.
God is Jesus. Yeah, pull that back now.
Yes, but what did He do? Like, He did it through Jesus.
So, you said it wasn't. You said you can't take everything as a sign that could be coincidence as God's work. But,
I did.
joy. I'm talking about joy. I'm giving joy. Let me do math lesson. Give me that. Joy. I'm giving joy to some people December 20th. So let's talk about joy. And God would be proud. God said, what does it say in the Bible? Do good deeds for your fellow man. I'm sure that's in there somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, all over the place. No, I was thinking about joy. I don't know why. I was thinking about topics. I can't think of topics. I want to talk with this pastor from church. He's not going to come on.
Why? Let me talk to him.
He's too busy.
Well,
He,
too busy talking about God?
that's what he does. I mean, he works like that's his job.
So he needs a break. He needs to kick back and have some Budweisers on Sunday for football.
Yeah, I mean, oh, for football? I mean,
That's what he does.
I think he'd probably like to come. He I don't know. I think that's why he's listening. No, I don't think so. I think that's why he's listening, to get a feel on if he wants to actually entertain it. Because I think he does. Because we're in Bible study together, and so
the church has a keenful eye on him. He has to be weird what he comes on and says, or else the church will ostracize him.
I mean, yeah.
Thank you. Admit to it.
No, but I mean, I think he's probably said something. I think he has opinions that are that stray a little bit from the predominant LCMS, Missouri Synod Lutheran views. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe not, or maybe they're classic and not as modern. And I like people like that. So he'd be a great guest because he was a missionary in Russia.
Oh yeah.
In the 90s.
A lot of Christians in Russia? No, a lot of Muslims. The majority of Russians are Muslim, yeah?
I think Muslim might be the majority religion, but I think that's just because of the geography of the Russia.
Yeah.
The Ural Mountains or something. No, he went in the 90s after the Soviet Union. So when Putin was coming up, you know, he was in charge of all the oligarchs and stuff. So he's got a good story. But joy, I don't know why. I just want to. I think of joy. What do you think of it when you think of joy, Jake?
As it relates to the Bible, or just in
No,
general?
just in general.
Joy. It could be joy, something that brings you happiness, but not fulfilled. And if you could put those two together, joy. Like you get joy out of doing an act like a good deed.
So you think it's happiness and fulfillment? Or did you
I guess it could
did
be
you
one
say
and the same.
separate?
I said euphoria. But like joy, joy to feel good. Well, I guess could be euphoria. Like joy to the world. like when Christmas thing, like Christmas brings a lot of joy because it brings happiness, but that can be interpreted as a lot of things. Maybe for family. So I think the word joy, in the most simplistic way you could put it, would be happy. It brings you happiness. And then, but other people see joy as what you spread to others. Like spread the joy, which would be spread happiness to others. But I guess what would bring someone joy, what brings me joy is different than what may bring you joy.
Well, what brings you joy?
Brings me joy?
Mm-hmm.
Seeing others around me happy, that makes me happy. You may call bullcrap on this when I say this, but being a manager in the past few weeks, I noticed that when you do bring joy to others or make their life easier, it's like contagious. It's like a domino effect. They're nicer to the guests. If the guests have a good action, they're nice to you. And so it brings joy when you see others happy and enjoying their time and what they're doing. And because it makes life easier. And so right now my immediate joy would be that. My joy in the materialistic need that doesn't fulfill me in any ways. I went paintballing the day with Justin. I told him I'd show up. I did. And my gun was like all fidgety. I mean, it still worked good, but it died on me. I'm like, you know what? I don't need a new gun, but I want one. And then so I went, and there's this one gun I've been eyeing. It's a Field 1 marker. You're gonna roll over when I tell you the price of it. It's $1,800, and you'd be like, just like if you spend $1,800 on a paintball gun, you're insane. And I'm like, that color is beautiful. It's called the Hormesis gun. It's like a beautiful. There's this one guy, and he has his own clothing line out in Bali, and it's really beautiful. And so this gun was custom made, and I'm like, hey, I want that gun. Because it said unavailable. I'm like, what do you mean? It's only been listed for 2 weeks. And then so I sent a private message, and Yosh Rao, the owner of the company, personally sent me a message. So if you only have 2 of those in production, I'm actually in the process of making the 3rd and final one. And in fact, you want it, I'll withhold putting it online for you. And I'm like, hey, I put a smile on my face. That's awesome that he would do that. Now, you, Jay, being the practice sake, he probably has like 20 of those. He probably would do custom order for anyone. But it brought me joy the fact that he would send that message and like, hey, if I want this gun, I can have it. Am I getting it? I don't know, because I'm in the process. I applied for a house loan. I forgot to tell you, I did that today. I'm in the process of getting a pre-approval. And so $1,800, that could be a couch, that could be a refrigerator, or it could be a cool paintball gun.
I mean, I would go with one of the first 2.
The paintball gun?
No, the couch or the refrigerator.
Yeah.
You're gonna need cash flow if you buy a house. I mean, you're gonna need cash on hand.
That's true. I'm learning about all the associated costs with a home. That this home is being sold as is, meaning the buyer will
not do anything. The seller's not doing nothing.
Which means it may not pass inspection. I mean, it may need to get some stuff done to make it livable.
I mean, you have to get your own inspection. I would.
You know, I have. From what I looked up, I should have enough to facilitate everything. It's just that might push me back to putting 20% down, maybe. I still could, but I don't want to be house broke, you know.
Don't offer what you can afford to get 20% down.
You mean don't get a house if I can't put 20% down?
Yeah, for sure, 100%. Like if you're at that level of houses you're looking at, to where that's part of your possibilities, just wait or make it happen. You know what I mean? Find a way to get the money that you need to make that a...
Yeah, but something that I looked up that really pissed me off and was just insane to me. So I did the simple math in my head. You know me, Howard Carter Jake, won the IQ test on the math portion. And I looked into it, and so my payment for a $100,000 loan with 20% down would be, I think, $690 a month. And then so I did my math, like a 30-year loan at $690 a week. You go round up to like $700. That's around what, like 14,000? Excuse me.
Are you talking interest?
That would be around 8,400 a year. For 30 years, that bumps you up to around like 252,000 or something like that. I'm like, well, the house is worth $100,000. Where's the rest of that money going? And then so I looked at it, and then so the money that you're paying into it, you're paying like $500 for the first 5 to 10 years just back in interest to the bank. So I'm like, that house is worth $100,000, but I'm going to give over time of the loan $120,000 to the bank. And that pissed me off. And I'm like, that creates mad incentive to pay that thing off in like 5 years. And then so a house that's like $100,000, that's like a realistic possibility. And
That's why you want to buy cash.
I would have to live in the basement for like another 4 years. I wish I would have like got on.
Or you buy it and you smash payments, man.
Wait, what do you mean smash? I don't know what that means.
You just
you mean like when I say 10 grand, just put it towards it?
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Take every extra, cancel all your gym memberships, don't buy another car, and just smash money towards your principal on your mortgage.
Yeah, no, because like I don't want the bank to get that over on me. It just drives me insane how people go through their entire, like I don't know how much the difference between 2% to 6% is on house rates. Maybe they only pay $40,000 over the life of the loan.
A lot. It's like 3 times.
And so, wait, what's your interest rate? You got like 2 or 3?
Just under 4. I think 3 point.
Why don't you pay your house? That doesn't bother you? You're paying like $50,000 to the bank. Pay it off right now. What are you doing?
What do you mean? We've already paid off to the bank. So I mean, yeah.
Wait, what do you mean? Oh, because they get their money first.
Yeah. I mean, our principal is around 25 left on our loan.
Oh, like 25K?
Yeah. So I mean, we should. I mean, when my dad passes, we'll just pay that off.
Yeah. See, I'm wondering. So how do people? I'm wondering. See, I'm just new to this, but I want to study all of it, and I'm like wondering how people like make money. Like they'll live in a house for 5 years and they'll like refinance it, and then they'll make a profit. But like, how can they make a profit if they still owe the bank a certain interest? Like, let's say the house is like worth $100,000, and like in 5 years I sell it for like 120. It would be simple to assume that I would just pocket 20,000, but like, wouldn't the bank get their interest, or do they take a cut off that 20 extra thousand in profit, and then I keep the rest, or how's that work?
Well, I mean, they take their interest yearly, so.
But if I'm only in the house for like 5 years.
Well, the loan's still with them unless the loan gets purchased. So, I guess, I don't know how it exactly works, but I guess a new buyer, if they get financing through somewhere else, then they're going to buy the loan from whoever you had the loan through, and I'm sure that they're getting paid theirs. Plus, they made interest on every, all 5 years you were there.
So they didn't make 100,000 off me. They may have made like 10,000 off me, and that's good enough for them.
Mm-hmm. What did they have to do? They had you sign some papers. They did nothing.
So the bank is
facilitate anything. They did nothing but allow you to sign some papers and say, we'll front you the money, and we'll take this from here and we'll slide it over to there, and then we'll take a little bit on the middle, and we didn't really do anything.
So are people schmucks and lie to me saying that the best investment you can make is a house? Because I'm asking my buddy who's good with money, he's like, the first thing you need to do over a car, over investments or anything is a house. You need to own a house. And I'm like, what now? After I learned this, I'm like, whoa.
Does he own his house? Is his house paid off?
I don't know.
If his house isn't paid off, then he shouldn't be necessarily advocating that strongly.
Well, his house is like $200,000
about buying a house.
I don't know that many people.
I mean, I'll let you know that. I mean, I'm trying to think of myself as a single guy, and what I would do with all of the stresses of a house without a wife and a family. For myself, I think it'd be horrible, because I don't think I would just like flip a switch and turn into a very productive fixer-upper guy if I didn't have my family. I wouldn't. I think I'm better. I think I'm better now when I'm really bad at it right now, but I think I'm better than I would be if they weren't around. Like, if I owned a house by myself, I think it'd be in disarray. I think it'd be a hoarder.
I'm the opposite. Now that I actually will have responsibility, like I'm looking at the house and thinking of already what I want to get done with it. Like I want to get the roofing done. I want to pull those carpets.
Slow, bro.
Here's the thing. I don't know what you told me. You said you want to own the crappiest house on the nicest neighborhood, not the nicest house on the crappiest neighborhood, or the wealthiest neighborhood.
Right.
And so I don't know.
It's block. I mean, it's block or street.
I don't know if I'd want to make my house look the nicest on the North Florissant.
I mean, that's right here, right?
Literally, we could walk there.
Yeah. I mean, it's closer than where you live now, or it's past whatever you take to
that school or the church right up the street next to the Florissant Police Precinct. Yeah. It's literally 3 houses up from that.
Right, but it's before Parker.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's a horrible location.
Yeah.
But for you, I mean, and honestly, as a rental property, it is. But I think nobody that was doing it as an investment would pay $100,000 for it. They would wait for it to go into bankruptcy or repossession, go into bankruptcy, and then they would take it on foreclosure or go into foreclosure, and they'd buy it in a foreclosure auction for much less, and then they would make their money off it because it still needs repair. Like I don't know that you could necessarily rent it.
I'm not trying to rent it. I'm trying to live in it for like 5 years. And
Plus, who knows, man? There's a house, two houses down that they just tore down because it burnt. You remember that? It's like 2 or 3 houses from the house you're looking at. There's a big open space there now because they just tore the house down like a month ago or 2 months ago. But I think there was a fire or maybe a meth. Maybe they had a meth lab in there or something.
Meth dealers?
I don't know, man. And you're right across the street from the police station, so.
Oh, is that good?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I'd work here. I'd come back here.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, that commute is, to me, from my perspective, that short of a commute is.
Keep in mind though, I don't work out here.
Huh?
Keep in mind, I don't work at our location anymore.
I know.
I'm talking about for you.
No, I'm saying you should come back here and work at this location and just walk to work. I mean, I'd walk to work every day. Wouldn't even need a car.
No, I thought about that.
And you'd save on. I mean, dang.
No, I thought about that. He doesn't listen, but we should fire Keith and give me Keith's spot and do the active closer, and I keep my salary per week. Because what I calculate, I know what everyone makes. He makes probably more than anybody here.
Mm-hmm.
With his base pay, like he makes more than everyone.
Why don't you swap with Keith? Why don't you start laying the seeds to swap with Keith?
He would not make it out there, dude.
How was your weekend?
It was good. No, this podcast as it pertains to the Bible and the Christ and Christianity, we can talk about that a lot because it's crazy the parallels I see with people who are in support of religion and Christianity here in this environment, in this neighborhood, as opposed to a more affluent neighborhood and people being Christians and beliefs of religion and just people not upholding what religion stands for. I'm not a good basis of what religion should be, what standards should be held to because I haven't read the Bible, but I'm not an idiot. I know what it probably promulgates to people about religion and divorce and infidelity. And a lot more of that goes on in affluent neighborhoods than it does in impoverished neighborhoods, I'll tell you. And but the weekend was good. I don't think there was nothing bad happened. No. Good weekend.
Did I get another review, or did I just get like 3?
Who, you?
Yeah, I haven't checked. I guess I checked after Friday.
Could you scares about prosthetics, like how we come off and how people see us? So those 5-star reviews are awesome, but anyone who is not completely a moron will see that these reviews are like kind of forced. Oh, Jane, give you so great. Go get the lemon drop martini and get the heck out of here.
Hey, man.
Jeremy's looking at that. He's like, look, oh, yes. But you know what? I'm doing my job as manager, right? I'm not fishing for some reviews. I'm like, hey, I'm in a war here. I'm like, enjoy your manicotti. How was it?
It's because we're different. I like to have fun, and
they love working with me because I'm fun. I promoted Jack to junior manager. I fired my food runner.
Did you fire him?
No.
No, you can't fire anybody.
I should.
I don't think you can. I don't think would that give you joy?
No, it wouldn't give me joy. Well, I don't know. Joy. Would it not? But it would bring joy to other people if some people were gone. Yeah, work was good. But with joy, how does it pertain to the Bible? Why would you think of joy?
Oh, I have been listening to this EP on Spotify.
EP episode?
No, an EP is like a short album by a band.
Christian rock?
Yeah, Christian rock.
Jeff
I am from Jeff, yeah. Which we need to have Tony. I'm gonna.
Tony's Donuts?
I'm getting Tony's Donuts
so Tony's
on.
Donuts is like on the hill in Hazelwood by Hazelwood
West.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
on the hill?
Yeah, I know your brother has to know who owns Tony's Donuts.
They're still there? Tony's?
Yeah.
I haven't been in the neighborhood in a while.
For sure. I'm pretty sure it's still owned by the same people. And
Dude, we have an end. We can literally go there with like Jeff's review and be like, hey, we would like for you to share your.
That's exactly right.
I'll
I want to reply, and I want to say, hey man, I want to know why you feel that it's important for you to play Christian music at your establishment.
Yeah.
And I want to hear their argument.
That is insane on Jeff's part that he got so upset that he took the time to leave a review because of music.
Dude,
it's like that bakery not serving to homosexuals. Like it's your choice what you get to
go to a different bakery, dude. Like I don't know.
Like the donuts are great, your sandwiches are awesome, but you're playing music that just I can go through the drive-through, but
my buddy John who listens, 1 of 7. Thanks, John. What'd he say?
107? Wait, what?
1 of 7 listeners.
Oh, 1 of 7.
1 of 7.
Is this still consistent 7? You
I don't know. No, I think we're over that. But he texted me. He said that hipster weed dude on your podcast with the coffee at Tony's is scared of the truth, and the truth will set you free. He said, I will take a shot of love with my coffee in the morning. Go to Starbucks, bro. Which is funny because that's probably where Jeff ended up going, and he somehow rationalizes going to Starbucks.
So I guess Starbucks can be the alternative to Christ, because they're kind of...
Wow. Did he say he was going there for coffee?
I think he said the sandwiches were good.
The sandwiches I thought are pretty good. Zach,
well, we're talking about good donuts, and I don't know how donuts got brought up.
He was looking at your headphones and calling them.
Oh, he looked like a donut, and then he had, I think, segued into his story.
No, I want to get them on because I know they're Christian, obviously, and I think it's a good story to tell. Plus, they should respond. We're receptive. We're reactive. We're in the community. We are the voice of the community. 7 of you.
You know, we could be journalists. We could go on the scene.
I'd like to have the two sides of all stories to come on. I'd like to have
we got
businesses. I want businesses that get bad reviews. I want to have both parties on.
We have Jeff's side. Now we need to get the donut guy's side, and then we have them both on for like a debate.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, we'd have to have...
How many podcasts do that? Let's do it. Be the first to do it.
You know what else? I had another great idea. All right, we're straying, but I want boomer debates. And I want Bill and Carl down here.
They're alike.
Huh?
They're alike, though.
Yeah, but I want to argue other stuff. Like, not politics, but I want to argue, like, did Led Zeppelin rip off... Is Led Zeppelin the best band ever? Did they rip off, do like boomer debates and just see these two boomers go at it? And just podcast it. Not on our podcast, but on another feed.
Wait, what? Oh,
like start their own podcast. And just get them in here and...
Battle of the Boomers.
Battle of the Boomers. There you go. Battle of the Boomers.
And then you could do like an animation of Carl just like punching Bill. Nah.
He would run Bill over.
He would talk over Bill a lot, because Bill seems like if he talks nonsense, he just doesn't want no part of it.
I think Bill would leave. I think Bill would storm out. I think he would be our first walkout.
He's like 78. He doesn't want to hear that crap.
I mean, I think he's almost walked out on me at the bar before.
How are you and Bill doing?
I think we're good.
You know you're good because you don't have me there to like provoke you, to like stir up conversation.
I think everybody likes that you're not here. As it pertains to me, that someone told me that I'm better now that you're not here.
Who said that?
I can't tell you.
Is it a customer?
No, it's not a customer. No, the customer's mission.
Jeremy? Jeremy or Gibby?
No, it's not no.
Who cares if the girls say it? What's that matter?
I know. They don't listen anyways. I got in trouble with Kylie. Speaking of joy, this has nothing to do with joy, but I told her that me and Jake, I'm like, since we're men, our man periods sync up, and so that's why we work so well together. And she's like, so we're not working well together? I'm like, that sucks. I just said that because that's not what I meant. But
Was that day that I was there, or that's a different day?
No, this was this past weekend, and I did feel bad.
Why didn't you just be honest? Like, yeah, me and him work better than me and you. Sometimes you just forget about stuff, and I have to go do it for you.
See, but that's not what I would have said, because that's not the truth. That's not the truth.
That's true.
No, the truth is that we work well together because we think alike. I don't think like Kylie. Kylie doesn't think like me. Kylie doesn't think like.
What does she do that bothers you? If she's listening, she needs reactive feedback. What does she not do?
No, that's not what I'm here for. That's not what this is. That's not what this is here for. Wait, see, you're trying to get me riled up.
What do you mean? Yeah, he's a personality guy.
I don't want to call anyone out.
I'm not calling anyone out. When I go to Dakota, I hate Dakota, you know. Kind of need to bust tables. You can't take a 10-minute smoke break because you feel anxious in the bathroom all the time, you know. You gotta come out here and do your job that the waitress will give you 1.5% for it, you know. Yeah, you just can't do the trash cans and think that you just go sit at the bar and have the Georgia peach. You have to mop. It's part of your duty. A collective. We all do things to make each other's lives easier.
Yeah.
And if Kylie just goes off and makes a cherry limeade, oh, there's 6 tables that's that. Jay, you good? Oh, no, they walked in. I'm just going to keep doing what I do.
That's not how she works. That's not how she is. That's not how she is. We're just faster than them and stronger than them. And so I do fine with them, but I work a little harder because I still want the results to be there. I want the output to be the same. And so I have to pick it up.
You have to pick up their side.
Yeah. Sometimes. They pick up my slack when I'm an idiot. Sometimes I'm an idiot.
It happens.
Sometimes I make mistakes.
Accountability. Do you take accountability?
I do. I too much accountability.
Too much?
I take too much accountability.
We should all be like you.
Too hard on myself. No, we should not be all like me. I don't have much joy, which is what I got some joy today, cutting the grass, mulching the leaves. I was out doing some night mowing.
You know, I was thinking negatively. I was just about to say your life sucks. But it doesn't suck. If you like mowing the lawn, makes you happy, you might say.
Yeah, I was up in a tree. I got to climb a tree yesterday.
You want to know why you had joy? Because your mind was occupied. You didn't have to think about any crap or nothing. It was just you mowing the lawn, doing something. You were free. And you're never free.
That is why I like mowing the grass.
I'm your therapist. You don't need to pay me anything. Are we winning that, by the way?
Yeah, I mean, that's... I'm just doing it.
You cut it off?
I'm just doing it for appearances.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know.
So I can show up with you?
No. No, you can't.
I won't say anything. I'll just sit back there with my clipboard and put glasses on and just stare at it. I just want to see Jamie's reaction. Jake showed up to me in therapy today.
Oh, man. No. I'm doing all right. But I climbed a tree yesterday, put up Christmas lights with the kids.
Do they believe in Santa? Did you tell them about that or no?
Huh? No, my kids, none of them ever believed in Santa Claus.
I'm
like dropping time release weapons at the playgrounds and family gatherings. My kid's going out. Who knows? If somebody brings up Santa Claus, my kid's gonna go off like a grenade and just.
That guy's not real.
Be like, who's Santa Claus? And they'll be like, Santa Claus is this. My kids will be like, that's not real. It's make believe, so you're nice for pretending.
So what do you do on Christmas morning? You just hang out?
Huh?
You just hang out?
No, Christmas morning we wake up and we open stockings from Mom and Dad. They're filled by Mom and Dad.
You're Santa.
Yeah, and we open a few presents, and then we go to church on Christmas Day. Yeah, and then they go to family Christmas, but I have the only young kid, so all the other kids don't believe in Santa, I think. No, I'm thinking my nephew might still believe in Santa. Just sad. Just sad.
Why can't we believe Santa exists?
Because he doesn't? Because
You have no faith.
Because he doesn't?
You have no faith.
I mean, there's no evidence of him existing. St. Nicholas existed, and it's a real dude, and he should be celebrated. And we do that at my house too. That's December 6th.
You put your shoe out.
We fill stockings.
Put your shoe out.
Well, that's I think where the stockings came from.
Wait, is that Christian or is that Catholic? Same thing.
Both. That's both. I mean,
So we did that in my house.
yeah. December 6th. St. Nicholas Day.
You were excited about that.
My kids are excited about everything. You had a good life growing up.
Who, me?
You.
Oh, I did.
Yeah. Your parents.
Shouldn't have heard me good. People always ask me, like, well, what's your trauma? I'm like, nothing.
I know. I don't have any trauma either.
Like my
Except
dad,
the porn that the kid gave me when I was 8. And
my dad sat me down one day because I'm a poor loser when it comes to bowling. I got kicked out of bowling alley before. And,
just bowling? Is that the only thing you're a poor loser in?
bowling. Just for some reason, bowling pisses me off. The lanes weren't treating me good. I was throwing heaters. I was sitting in the pocket, and I remember I threw my rosin bag. It's like chalk for the hand to help you grip the ball. I threw it down the lane. Ended up getting someone's blame. And it was during league play, and they called me for it. And
Were you playing in league?
yeah.
Oh.
And I was like high school.
Was it Crest?
This wasn't Crestpool. This was Kingpin.
Where's that?
St. Charles Rock Road? Kingpin Lanes? Not St. Charles Rock Road specifically, but it used to be like by Guitar Center in that area. Yeah, no, I was the team high school captain. Yeah, bowling pisses me off like no other. And I remember I wanted to play a bumper because I was doing trash. And since my dad didn't like put up the bumpers for me, I just intentionally threw my ball in the gutter and just like walked back. And my dad like gave me the business. He's like, son, get over there and bowl. I'm like, no, Dad. And my dad had the look. He gave me the look. You get the look, you get your... A look is more effective than like voice or anything else. The look. You got the look? You get the countdown.
I gave yours the look yesterday.
Is that the emotional one?
No, it was today. It was today after church.
So yours is the Giannis is the touchy one.
Yeah.
What do yours do? He's a good boy.
He I think he was hungry. I think he was tired. But they had just been playing with their friends at church in the gym, and it was time to go. And he's like, well, we got to eat lunch. And I'm like, well, we're going to go see my dad before we go home.
You say your daddy, you say your grandpa.
Papa. We're going to go see Papa. I was like, well, we're going to go see Papa. We're not going to eat. Or I told him, I was like, you guys decided to play at church instead of go home and eat lunch. I said, we're going to go see Papa. We'll eat when we get home. And he walked out the door and he like yelled back. He's like, we're going to eat lunch. And dude, I walked out the door after him. He was storming down the thing, and I stopped him. I said, hey, do you know who you're talking to? And he's like, and he had his head down, and I made him look at me. I was like, look at me. I was like, do you know who you're talking to? He's like, yes. I'm like, and I just looked at him, and and I was like, go upstairs. And he did, and he was good. But
you know who you need to give a look? The girls. When Kylie does something wrong,
oh, the girl's here.
Exactly. You look at me.
I was passive aggressive to Kylie,
Good.
and then she was passive aggressive to me, and I got mad about it.
Oh, did she win? She was more.
She did win.
Her passive aggressive was better.
Yeah.
She's a smart ass.
Yeah, because she was in the back rolling silverware when she could have been rolling silverware in the front where you can see if anybody needs a drink. And I just have not found a way to tell women what they're doing is wrong, and there's a better way of doing it without sounding like an asshole.
Why don't you show them instead of telling them?
I mean, start rolling silverware. I didn't know silverware needed to be rolled.
So what? Let's get on with it. The story, passive aggressive. What was the remark? I want to see who won.
So I looked back on the line, and she was back there, and I looked a couple times and like didn't do anything, and she noticed me, and I was out on the floor waiting on tables, and then a little bit later I went back, and had to walk down the line, and I was like, I said something snarky. What? No, it wasn't that passive aggressive, because it was pretty nose on aggressive. And then she, I don't know what, she told me to do something, and then she said, well, you were being passive aggressive. I don't know, whatever. I was like, what? It's me and women here, Jake.
That's why Kylie does miss me, because I'll go straight to her. Like, what are you doing? I thought you would take my lead when I left and fill the void of me just handling crap with the females, but...
Will you come back?
Yes.
And work a shift?
I can. So Tuesdays are going to be switched around. I used to do all day on Tuesdays, but...
Because Max is back here working some.
Yeah. No, they were doing a beta test to see how I fit in, and essentially I'm not needed there on Monday days and Tuesday days. They just do, I guess, because they have to get 40 hours out of me, I guess. But there's no reason for me to be there during the day. Like, I'm more like the night guy. But they just have me on just in case and, like, they can handle it. And so this Tuesday, I guess we're going to see how that works, because I'm not scheduled till, I think 4:30 on Tuesday. And so, yeah, if I needed to work a shift, like, on a Wednesday day or a Tuesday day or, like, a Friday day, because Fridays don't go until 4:30. Yeah. Get rid of the girls. Let's go back to the whole thing. And you know what I'm going to do? Because I get some power here. We are cutting off the day, and we're keeping what we make.
I kind of want to check that. I want to try that out.
Do it. It's also hit or miss, though. Because sometimes it can be dead.
It could.
And you may walk with, like, maybe 50 or something.
That's why I don't want to do it. I trust in God. And God has blessed me at every place I've worked has been successful. And so
but you know,
I think he blesses others through.
I don't know how you'd be able to institute this, but I feel like now that I am essentially the key to Lake St. Louis, it's insane that he runs down the clock. You need to, like, talk to Gibby or someone whoever's in charge of payroll and have, like, a firm cutoff date. Like, when the last customer, like, let's say you do the final drawer call, like, 9:30 to cash up the last customer. I think, like, right then should be a cutoff for, like, the hourly being cut, or that dives into the tips, and you should just get paid your base hourly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but for me, that means that I would say that I don't get paid off the hourly until 11.
Yeah, it could go both ways. And because
it should raise the hourly, it shouldn't make much of a difference as far as,
because the way it is at Lake St. Louis, like, I don't mess around. Like, I want to get in and get out, and that goes with my closing. But I can easily see how I'd be incentivized, where, like, even though I'm on salary, if I got paid per hourly, I'd just get hourly, yeah. And I would have incentives to say maybe an extra hour or two at night, and I can make that work. I could go back and cook some food. I literally could just hang out and take my time and turning off the TVs and just making sure everything is spot swept perfectly. But yeah, just something I noticed. I'm gonna call a meeting. How'd the meeting go? You said you were gonna tell me about that.
The meeting, we didn't prepare for the meeting at all.
It was horrible.
No, it was not horrible. It went okay. I mean, there were only 7 of us there. There's only.
Was there good insight? Did anyone bring any good insight? Any good change?
No, not really. I mean, I did, but I don't want to toot my own horn, so.
Why not?
Because.
I'll bring you joy.
No, that's not. We should not find joy in that. Like, that's in the Bible. Like, Christ talks about the people who went out and rang bells when they gave money to charity to let people know.
Oh, it's like